If you are spending more time on precious metals than you are those things, then you are completely out of bounds, right? You are completely over your skis and you need to get your priorities back in order. It's just that simple. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Let's dive right in. So today we are talking about how you, yes, you can survive silver stacking. And that seems like a really funny way to put it. But I think whether again, this year, 2026, or any year for that matter, silver stacking is hard, right? And I think that especially if you're not used to it or just coming into it, especially with the volatility that we've seen this year, and I think that you're going to see in years to come, for them, it's pretty difficult, right? It can be really straining, really taxing on you mentally. And so today we're going to talk about some tools, some key habits I think that you can form that are going to really benefit you in your silver stacking journey and not only help you survive silver stacking, but thrive as a successful silver stacker. Say that 3 times fast, right? So what's the first one? Well, to me, it's adaptability. Right? And what do I mean by that? Well, honestly, I feel like for precious metals in general, you have a lot of people that have done this for a long time that are veterans, right? They know what they're doing. They know the ins and outs. They can tell silver just by, its weight, if it's authentic or not, its feel, its sound, right? They're just pros at this. But I think sometimes, and I've seen this in, not only silver and gold, precious metals, but you see this a lot in life too, that if somebody really knows something, right, they know the ins and outs, then it can really be hard for them to take in new information, right? And I think that is a big trap that people could fall into in this season, right? Because again, precious metals, especially silver, it's not the same way it's always been. We're not seeing that steady, slow increase over time. We are seeing drastic moves. And I've made videos on this before, so we're not going to get into all of it now. But you guys know this. If you just look at the price chart of silver over the last 2 months, it has been incredibly volatile. We've seen 28% drops, intraday drops of 30%. Silver, we've seen silver go up, 15, 20% in a day, right? It is just an incredibly volatile market. And so because of that, and because things change so quickly and so rapidly right now in the precious metals space, if you're just focused on how things were done in the past and you're not willing to be flexible, it can really cause problems. And I think that you can see this in stacking. And on the screen here, you have actually some of my favorite silver. And I'm going to, in that, explain how this is an example of adaptability. So when I first started silver stacking, it was all Sunshine minting rounds. And today, I still love Sunshine minting products, even though I haven't bought many in a while. I just love them. I think they're some of the most secure silver on the market. To me, it's hands down the most secure in my opinion. However, that's primarily what I was buying. And again, for me, I'm someone that premium is king. I'm always going to allow premium to help, tell me what makes the most sense in buying precious metals. And, it wasn't that long. And you can look on my channel that, gosh, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I made a video where I was saying, hey, I think you need to beware of some traps with American Silver Eagles, and had some really good discussion with the community on that. But my opinion was at the time, hey, the premiums on American Silver Eagles right now are just too expensive, and I would much rather have another type of coin for the same premium, right? And what was really dictating my knowledge on this is when I first got into silver stacking. At that time, you could see American Silver Eagle premiums as high as $18. And to me, it didn't make sense to pay that premium for a 1 ounce eagle, right? Even though it's an American one, for that same ounce of silver having a different stamp on it, like again, these Sunshine minting rounds, and I could get it for a quarter of the premium. Didn't make sense to me. But what happened, and again, this is where the adapting happens, is about a year ago, the premiums for American Silver Eagles started going down. And there was multiple times last year where you could get them at $2.50, $3 over spot. And so I bought the most American Silver Eagles that I ever have last year. And now, having said that, I got enough to fill up a tube. It wasn't like I went absolutely crazy, but I definitely added more to my stack. That's an example of being adaptable. And another thing that I saw low premiums on was these guineas, right? And, For some people, they're not the most popular. They may not command an amazing premium, but I absolutely love the looks of these. They're just gorgeous, and they were at spot. And so for me, it was a way to diversify my stack, get something interesting, right? And, again, I'm getting it at a good premium. But not only that, I think where it's important to adapt as well is if you're on the investing side of silver, maybe you're looking into trading it, whether it's ETFs or mining stocks, or maybe even trading the actual commodity itself. I think it's very important to adapt because right now we're seeing a lot of volatility, and you're going to hear me say this in videos for a long time right now, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to emphasize the point. Volatility equals opportunity when it comes to precious metals right now. And again, you shouldn't just go crazy in the market and one day decide to buy this and sell that. Do your own research. Find some great channels that mining stock education or people that get into investing, right? And find a crew of people that you can have a cohort with. That's what I'm doing to help understand the precious metals, the market, how trading works, right? Get on TradingView, learn candlestick patterns, all that stuff, right? But there is opportunity here. And what I'm hoping to do in the future is to, share more about what I'm doing, my losses and my gains, and help you guys take control of your financial future. So that's more long-term for the channel, but that's something I want to do because I want to help people, right? Be able to be successful in stuff like this. So that's adaptability. What else do we have that's important? Well, I think it's important to be patient, right? This is the second habit or tool I think you need to put in your tool belt. Because, again, with all that volatility, everything going on, this swirl in the precious metals that we've been seeing, the volatility in our world right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very easy to get, out of your planning like, ooh, look at this drop or look at this price increase. I better get in or I better get out. Well, this is where you need to stick to the plan. Now, that may seem counterintuitive, right? Because I said you need to be adaptable, right? But what's also important is, yes, you can plan to be adaptable. I know that sounds kind of oxymoronish, right? But it's really the case. So what might be an example of this? Well, again, I want to see with stacking or macro factors that this might be a good opportunity, right, to get in metals. However, right, there is also a discipline of knowing, hey, this is the pattern and this is the price you need to stick at. So what's an example of this? Well, I got into, I've done a little bit of trading right now with some friends, and I'm invested in the Sprott Physical Silver Trust. They're not a sponsor of this channel. I have no affiliation with them. This is just something that I'm investing in. This is also not investment advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is just what I'm doing. I want people to view what I'm doing, see my mistakes, my gains, and then from there figure out what makes sense. What I was doing with my group of friends is we were looking at some targets, and I found a target for PSLV, for the Sprott Physical Silver Trust, that I felt good at, and I invested a portion of some bonus money that I had in that. And since then, it's bounced off that target multiple times and it's gone up, and right now I'm sitting with some profit. Now, having said that, I didn't put all my bankroll in, and I was really thinking about doing that, but I felt no, I need to kind of ride this out. I put maybe a fifth in of what I had been using, and I was like, what, this is just a good opportunity to build confidence, right? To make sure that I'm reading the market correctly, and I'll get out when I feel I have peace on that target, and then I'll get back in with more money, right? But if I were to just say, oh no, silver's, it's rising, I need to put the rest of my money in now, well, maybe I miss an opportunity to get back in at a lower price later, right? So that is where discipline is key. And whether or not you're actually investing in the metals or you're a stacker, I think this is important too, right? Because if you're someone that says, hey, I'm going to invest every month, right? I'm going to invest every month. Let's say it's the 15th of the month, and I'm going to put X amount of dollars in. Or every time there's a dip below 10%, like a 10% drop in the day, I'm going to buy X amount of precious metals. If you violate your rules, then what happens if the next day it drops more? Or what happens the next day if you miss out on an opportunity because you didn't stick to your plan, right? Again, it's important to be adaptable, but also to be patient and have faith in yourself when it comes to the plans that you made. And then the last one is just keep calm, right? I think it was a couple of years ago, there was like all those keep calm logos, right? I think there's even one I've seen for the stacking community that's like keep calm and stack on, right? keep calm and drink tea, or keep calm and read a book, or whatever it is, right? I think that slogan really applies to us right now because, again, with all this volatility, with all this craziness, it can be really easy to second guess yourself, right? And you can get so wrapped up in metals moving one way or another, increasing, decreasing. What's the market doing? How is this macro information? All the craziness in the Middle East, or all these countries in conflicts, right? The political drama, shortages in silver. It's easy to get yourself in a swirl, right? And really psych yourself out and put yourself, honestly, in a bad mental place. So for me, honestly, there was a couple times when I first got in on my target, right? I got in on the target overnight. The target started going down, and I was constantly watching it. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm not spending time with my wife. I'm not spending time with my kids. I'm in my phone. I can't do this. So I put my phone upstairs, right? And made sure I was spending time with my family, right? If what you are doing, if you are so engrossed in silver that it's keeping you from the things you love, your obligations, your work, your family, your friends, if you're someone that has clubs or organizations, if you're someone that goes to church, right? If you are spending more time on precious metals than you are those things, then you are completely out of bounds, right? You are completely over your skis, and you need to get your priorities back in order. It's just that simple, right? And so for me, I had to do that. I had to take a pause, had to take a breath, and then focus on what really mattered. So with that, we're going to end the video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, I'd appreciate a like. If you're really enjoying this content and would like to see more of it, I'd appreciate a subscribe. It helps me out, but more importantly, it gets the word out about gold and silver. And I'd love to hear, your tips as well for being a successful silver stacker in 20. So with that, we're going to end the video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, I would appreciate a like. If you're really enjoying this content, I'd appreciate a subscribe. It helps me out, but more importantly, it gets the word out about gold and silver. And in the comments, I'd love to hear what you think, right? There's all kinds of reasons or, tips and tricks that people have learned over the years to become successful silver stackers and survive silver stacking. Again, say that 3 times fast. I would love to hear more about it. I love learning from this amazing community. With that, be blessed, be a blessing to others. We'll see you later.